Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Samurai Schultz, and welcome to... I don't think I've even set it up. There's nothing there. Yeah, I'm very unprepared this morning. Unfortunately. I woke up late. It's like 700 degrees outside. And it's 350 degrees inside. And, it's rough out there, I'll tell you. So we may... yeah. I know I've been kind of making this a trend of ending Saturday streams early, but yeah, we might end it early today, depending. I have my fan going in the background because I actually just can't turn it off because it's just so bad. Well, let me see what the temperature is right now, actually. 1 second. Yeah, it's 78 degrees, and there's an excessive heat warning because it's going to get up to... well, actually, it's 79. It's going to get up to 93 degrees today. Yesterday, it said it was going to get up to 97. But, oh yeah, the feels like says 87 because of the humidity. Man. I would not want to be somebody who has to work outside. That would be terrible. Just awful. Okay, anyway. I am going to open up PureRef here. We've spent too much time dawdling already. Right. Where's my pen at? Oh, here we go. Okay, so still drawing. We could practice faces. We could make this very, very rough sketch of our character accurate. Let's see here. Fly, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna like just make some notes on this because the one thing that I notice is I want a thinner chin or thinner jaw. So I'm just gonna say that the wide jaw is a flaw. I'm gonna say that the dark eyes. I like that there's dark circles around the eyes. So I'm gonna say that's a boon. Hmm. Yeah, the facial expression is pretty bad. Man, yeah, this was also not great. So I'm gonna say, yo, wide jaw. Side jaw. Oops. I don't even know why I did this thing. We don't really need that, but whatever. I can't drag. I can't scroll. But if I draw, then I can't. Okay. I don't know why it does that to me. Uh, okay. Well, I think, I think I'm going to practice fire more. Because yesterday I wanted to have another image here. But I didn't actually practice any fire. And I should have done that. Oh, you know, maybe I should practice eyeballs. Hold up. So many dishes on my desk. One sec. Okay. Hold up. So we're looking for, that's a plus sign in my search bar. Why is that there? Anyway, we are looking for Cyclops eye. I'm trying to find something that would be symmetrical, you know. So okay, so I've got this. I'm stealing art from other artists. That's exactly what I'm doing, yes. Okay, this is interesting. I like the pattern on this. Can I crop this? Window. Resize to resize to selection. Wow, okay. Maximize. Well, yeah, that is not at all what I wanted. Anyway. Um, hmm. Oh yeah, I've had that Minecraft mod. Okay. Yeah, we're getting a little off topic there. Okay, I'm gonna look for symmetrical eye. Yeah. It's showing me symmetrical eyes. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Look at this. I feel like this is probably the most or the most accurate to what I want. Images. It's like normalize. Align. Mode. Uh, I really want to know how to crop this. Oh, wait a second. You guys can't see. Here. There we go. Yes, I have this Cyclops eye. I'm trying to crop this, but I can't, I guess. Um, I guess I'll put in the this thing. Uh, Copy image. Hopefully I don't get banned on YouTube for this. I just used Copilot to get this. But yeah, I just like it symmetrical. It's got flames, although they're not like at all what I want. So I guess honestly the best thing this is for is just kind of, and I don't know. It hypes me up a little bit. It's good for practicing symmetry. And I like these details at the end. That's not oh, excuse me. It's not horizontally symmetrical, it's just vertically symmetrical. Kind of like this. Hmm. But yeah, I'm gonna try drawing the eye in a different oh oh yeah. Yeah, hold on. Eye looking left. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try doing a different eye pose. So I'm not gonna be able to do the flames, obviously, but I can do just the regular eye inside. Well, I mean, nothing regular about it, but you know. Okay, so we've got that, and then right about there. That's a good middle, right? That's not too bad. Let's get this right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at these. I'm always so worried about like copyright issues. Like if I don't credit the the authors of these individual images, like am I gonna get my knees broken in? You know, I don't want my knees broken in. I just want to live a peaceful life. Okay, so oh, gee Willikers. Okay, well we're gonna start with the inside, this inside line. Okay. That's not too bad. Okay, and then let's get the outside line. And I just gotta remember that this is concept art, and that the main thing that matters is nailing the vibe, not the in-game aesthetic, because that's pretty much impossible. Okay, I'm gonna set the eye location somewhere. I'm gonna indicate that with an X. So I think The pupil can go right about there. Shoot, you know what? Erase. I don't think that's quite right. I don't think this is quite right, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, yeah, it shouldn't really be centered. I'm gonna. Okay, let me try making it a little bit more like that. Okay. And you know what? This should be way bigger. Yeah. So solidify these lines here. Not gonna be perfect, because my hand is kind of stiff today. That's okay. So we've got that. What about the rest of the eye? What should the rest of the eye look like? I'm thinking I kind of want it to be dark, but then with a brighter pattern on top of it, kind of like that AI image right there. Or actually, maybe there's flames coming out of it here, but there's like cinders on the inside. Yeah, I like that. Also, this needs to be way wider. Okay. It's a good size. Does it look like it's looking to the side? It's really not all the way over in that corner. So it's not like the most convincing. I'd say it's pretty convincing. We just need to add a bit more detail to make it kind of come alive. Okay, yeah, we had a point there. Oops. Hold on, that's not a line that I want to keep. Hmm. Okay. It's 8:20, and this is what we have right here. This is, and I spent a little bit of time getting those images, but it's too wide. That's one thing I've noticed. It's just too wide. Anyways, I'm gonna try doing some flames on top. I'm not gonna try doing a pattern on the inside. Yeah. I'm just gonna say good positioning. Yeah, okay. Let's look back at over here. I wanna move these away. Actually, wait, hold up. No, I actually can't select anything on that. This reference window is on my other monitor, so I can't actually use my stylus. Because your drawing tablet is linked to one monitor, so that it's proportional. Anyway, let's. This doesn't really feel like the art style I want to go for. Whoops. We. Yeah, let's look at these flames right here. I want to try. Let's try mimicking these. So. Okay, so we kind of have this body coming out, and it kind of has a fat tail end to it. So how does it make that not look stupid? Um, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna make it come up here. We're gonna have tail end right there. Yeah, this fire it doesn't look the best. Not gonna lie. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, what if other way now? Maybe I'm actually gonna erase. I want it to. I want to have a flame that's kind of going straight up. Yeah, this isn't gonna be my best work. Okay. I do not like that. Um, yeah, these flames look awful. Hmm. Okay, 5 more minutes of this, and then I'm gonna go grab a Red Bull and some water. And then I mean, it's all right. Maybe we add some details in between. We could add this. I think the part that I have the hardest time with is that tip. Um, that was actually not a bad one. That was pretty good. Now that I actually look at this fire style more closely, it's actually two different types. Because you have the I think it is anyway. Wait. Yeah, because you have like this normal tip right here, which is displayed there and there and there. And then you have this curved tip. Well, really, it's more of a continuum between them. There's kind of a degree on how curvy that tip is. But, I mean, it's all right. It's too wide. Flames are interesting, I guess. I mean, how do you, like, make the underside of a flame look good? Yeah, I'm stumped there. Oh, oops, I left my phone on. Let me turn that off. There we go. Ah, this looks weird like that. Maybe we add some just. What about adding eyelash? Oh, excuse me, eyelashes. Oh, shoot. It's 8:30. Our time is up. Oh no. I'm so sad. Okay, anyway. I'm going to close Krita. I just saved it. And I will be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so yeah, let me load up that sweet, sweet display capture. Okay. Okay, we've got GitHub open. Okay. So what if we change? I changed a little bit yesterday. What do we do? And these are U assets. Right. Okay. Added some comments there. Oh yeah, changed some names for my attributes. Oh yeah, add this. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is the biggest one right here. Let's pull that up. Which one is it? Right. Okay, so we made a excuse me. We made an inline function. Is it or a well, it's technically a template function. And honestly, I'm not sure how T templates work, but I do know that this is inline because it's defined in the .h file. And all this is doing is, I mean, it's exactly what it says right here. It's just getting a data table row by tag. I'm actually gonna, what the heck? What are my alarms is on? Weird. Okay. Oh, whoops, some of my alarms here are off. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Break. Nope. Okay. There we go. So, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna move my tablet. Move it down below deck. Okay. So let's make a comment for this here. I'm just gonna say, returns a row in a data table based using the gameplay tag as the key. It's kind of like a map, I guess. Why don't we use a map? Well, actually, we don't use a map because the data table needs to hold not just a key and a value. It needs to hold like 4 items, I think. What is it? Yeah, right here. We have the gameplay tag. We have the message, the text that needs to be displayed to the widget, which is another piece of data. And then we also have the image, the icon. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get to the lecture here. Yeah, what were we doing? Oh wait, yeah, and this is a lambda too. I forgot about that. I had a really hard time understanding what this was. I'm not, I'm still not quite sure I understand it. Like, it's basically an inline function that lives in the .cpp file. But I don't get why you wouldn't just have this functionality in here in the first place. But yeah, it's basically like a function. It's like a anonymous function in a named function. This right here is it's called bind callbacks to dependencies. This is just nothing. It's not called anything. What does it say? Broadcast tag to widget controller. Huh, yeah. So we got to do that. Hmm. Oh, right, okay. So, hmm. Yeah, so the lambda, it can use member variables and functions from a class. And in order to use this function, for example, get data table row by tag, which is defined right here, it has to capture that class, namely this. So this is where the object captures. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, and actually if I remove this, let's see what the error says. Invalid use of function. Yeah, it literally gives it to you right here. This is not captured. And I remembered from last time, oh, right here is where you're supposed to capture it. Yeah, so once we capture this though, we can access this member function that belongs to this class or object. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I want to see what the difference is between objects and classes again. I do not know why I don't remember this. Objects versus classes. Class like a blueprint. Okay, object is an instance. For a second, I thought it was something different. Right. Okay. I think, yeah. Yeah, so this, for example, it's an instance of HATEND widget controller. So you can look in the .h file, and yeah, right here, it's our it tells us our inheritance. So this is the parent class. So an object is a specific instance of that class. So for example, this right here, HATEND widget controller, this is a class, and it's a singular instance of itself, I guess you could say. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really have a lot of functionality there, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Sure. Sure. Right. FUI widget row. Oh yeah, so we want to send this row up to the HATEND HUD, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe it'll be sent to user widget. And you remember this type? It's right there. So it's a struct. And I think if we open up Unreal Engine, then it'll show that data type. Okay, now we're going to see how to do that here. Yes, we need to make a delegate. Don't need those open. Hmm. Is this going to be dynamic, I think? Multicast. Oops. Declare dynamic multicast delegate, one param, okay. F message, widget row signature. Row. I'm just gonna call that row. Right, yeah. Okay, so now it'll be fixed. But yeah, in order for the compiler to know what this is, it needs to have that come first. It doesn't read ahead. Oh, I see. Okay. Wait. Why don't we just put this above? His solution was to just forward declare it like this. But yeah, you just move it up. It's not that hard. Maybe I'm missing something, but let's try compiling this. Yes. Oh yeah, we have to make the signature. I'm not going to use the delegate suffix. Okay. Yeah, let's give it a U property so that we can call it. So it's going to be assignable. And then we'll set its category to be, oops. It's going to be in guess. Whoops. Here we go. Messages. Hmm. Yeah. Why do we have to dereference? Why? Hmm. Why can't we just send a reference to another class via a broadcast? Also, I'm not sure what multicast means here. What is a multicast delegate versus a standard dynamic delegate? Multiple functions bound to it. Right, okay. A dynamic delegate is serializable and can be exposed to blueprints. It's typically single cast and is slower than static delegates. Use it when you need to bind in blueprints or yeah. One listener, blueprint friendly. Okay, so when you have a dynamic multicast delegate, like here, then you have it multiple listeners, blueprint friendly, and I'm not sure what this means, but I'm also not sure which of these it is. What about dynamic multicast? Okay. So it is exposed to blueprints, multiple listeners. You want the delegate to persist across save load. Okay, okay. Yep, I know what it looks like syntactically. It doesn't say whether it's fast or slow, and I still don't know what serializable means. If I'm button pressed. Huh. Hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going here. Hmm. Yeah. So we kind of have a problem here where if the gameplay tag that's inputted is not actually a message tag, like maybe it's one related to gameplay effects, then uh, then we need to restrict that matches any. I think that might be. Let's actually look for. Hmm. Wait, where is it again? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Remember the. Let's look at this again. So matches tag. Right. So we have these comments here. So a a matches tag a.1 will return false. Right, because the simpler it is, the higher up in the hierarchy it is, because that means it's more general. A.1 matches A though, because it's A.1 essentially. It's the one subsection of A. He thinks it's confusing and it needs to be explained. So it was so confusing that he thought it was confusing. So when I first saw this, I was confused. It's actually feels like it's pretty easy to understand. Uh, yeah. Quest gameplay tag. Hmm. Tag dot matches tag message tag. So here let's see, what is he doing? Makes an F gameplay tag called message tag and sets it equal to this request gameplay tag of F name message. Well, it's actually going to be player HUD dot message. So if it matches, let's look back at that again. When we say match, we're checking to see if it's under that same hierarchy, essentially, right? So, for example, if we have, yeah, where are we? Yeah. So I have like this general tag called playerhud.message, and maybe the tag that's passed in is playerhud.message dot like health potion, right? Does this match this? Well, yeah, it does because it has the same prefix to it. See, we can see it, they're both highlighted. Now, does this match this though? Okay, well, it doesn't. It's higher up in the hierarchy, so no, it doesn't really. When we say match, it means it has to fall under another tag. It's not saying they're equal. It's saying the first tag you mentioned has to fall under the second. And they both share that prefix. But this one doesn't match this one because they don't share that suffix, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, so actually, I think we're pretty much going to make this a whole if statement. And then this will all be bracketed. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ah, there we go. I just plugged in my phone and my light started flickering. It was scary. Okay. Well, I'm gonna actually turn that off. I don't want more noise. But yeah, he does like this whole explanation. Like I get it. You can just say this returns a bool. See right there, bool matches tag. Like, it's not hard to understand. No, we don't need a debug message anymore. Okay, so he put it inside the if statement. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move. More, give me more, give me more. If I had a heart, I could love you. If I... Wait, if I sing copyrighted music, is that bad? What happens if I sing copyrighted music? I just want this to scooch over. No. More. Give me more. Give me more. If I had a heart, I could love you. If I had a voice, I would sing. After the night when I wake up, I'll see. See, isn't that so pretty? Look at that. Look at that beautiful staircase. We can make this const apparently. Okay, sure, why not? It's not like we want it to get changed. Okay. Okay. So, okay, build succeeded. Good, good. So he just gave us a quest. And we should be able to complete it here before 9:30. There's only about 4 minutes left in this lecture. So we should have it done by then. But we're just going to bind an event to this delegate. So message widget row, that's our signature. This blueprint is signable, but it's grayed out because it's not used anywhere. So if we're going to use that, I don't think I need that open. Okay, anyways, in the overlay, we are going to bind to this. Because remember, this is our thing right here. Widget controller. And what's the name of something like message assign? No. What is it called again? Just gotta save my pure ref. Okay. Message widget row signature. Message widget row. Message widget row. How do we get that? Bind an event to message widget row delegate. Okay, well, we have this right here. How do we use that in our health bar, for example? Well, we just got the widget controller. Oh, as BP overlay. Okay. Yeah, so let's cast here. Set widget controller. These are all formatted correctly, are they not? Yeah, okay. Cast to BP underscore overlay widget controller. Okay. Sequence maybe? Ah, nice. I'm sorry, what? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. And then we're just going to promote that to a variable. Perfect. And then next thing is just going to be using that. And we're going to assign message widget row. I'm just going to leave this as is. I'm going to break this open. And then we'll take this and just print string. Print text. Sure. Why did it disconnect? It was connected, wasn't it? Oh, maybe it wasn't. Okay. Let's see if that works. So what's going to trigger this again? What is going to... Oh, well, he said print debug string, so I'm actually going to print string. I don't think it matters a whole lot, but might as well, just to be safe. See, I don't know why this is grayed out. Because this is definitely used. It's on health changed signature. On health changed event. Huh. What if I connect it up? Okay. If I press F, then it just changes it around really annoyingly. Okay. Okay. It's right as right back. Yeah, it does not know how to use comments. Holy crap. It just becomes so finicky when you add comments in. But I like comments and I want to use them. Why does it do this to me? They're so useful. Okay, anyway. Whatever. So we have that, then we have this. So this should be displayed to the screen when we move over. Okay. 2 point. Okay, so something's wrong here. Okay, we're gonna have to stop and rerun. Return handle. Okay, so something went awry. Actually, I should have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he changes that around, which I like better. This is way too long of a name. I'm just gonna use overlay WC. Yeah, there we go. And then same thing for this. Let's just VP overlay widget controller. There we go. Okay. Actually, I might as well keep that open just in case I need it. I'm gonna set the widget controller. Okay. Okay, so it didn't break for him for some reason. I'm gonna try it one more time. What? Okay, I guess. I'm gonna look here and let's see what is. This is not available, possibly due to compiler optimizations. What the heck? Well, I missed something vital then. So let's see. I guess I'll just stop and rerun. I need some water. Whoa, that took a while to build. Yeah, nearly 17 seconds. Missing type specifier, int assumed. Object pointer. Okay, so it has something to do. This right here, I think. You know, I'm gonna add a few breakpoints in. I'm gonna add one right there and right there. And we'll see if the breakpoints trigger before it crashes. Uh-oh. Why isn't the project loading? Okay. Let's try building here. Oh my gosh. Why is that taking so long? What? Dude, I don't... Oh, whoops. There's a W in there. I accidentally added. Yikes. Hmm. Wait, wait, still building? What's going on here? Storage capacity 40 gigabytes, whatever that means. Okay, there we go. 30 seconds for that. Why? That was such a long time. For compiling, anyway. Okay, now we're finally loading up. Good. Okay. So we have those two breakpoints. Let's see if they trigger before it crashes. Okay, so we have this one right here. We're going to see what this is. This is okay. U overlay widget controller. Okay. So this is the overlay widget controller, and I'm gonna go into the editor after this crashes and see what the make sure everything is set in that overlay widget controller. And then okay, message widget row. Message widget data table. Ah, there's the null pointer. Okay. So yeah, so this message widget data table is a null pointer. It's not set for some reason. I don't know why it's not set, but that would be why. Okay, let's press play. Yep, and then it goes right to that. So we're gonna rerun. We're gonna stop and rerun and make sure that that is set. I was pretty sure I set that last time. It's not. I don't know. Okay. Let's open up our widget controller. Okay. Now it should work just fine. If it doesn't, I'm gonna write the breakpoints. Okay. Let's press play. Press play again, please. Let me resume, please. Why is row null? Why is it null? Is there a W there? Message. Okay, there's no row to broadcast. Okay. Oh. Wait, why? I don't understand. Okay, well that means we have to restart it again. Message widget data table. I don't understand. So row was a null pointer for some reason. This row. FUI widget row. Let's search for this. Yeah, it's based on UI widget row. Okay. Message widget. None. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need a widget right now. Okay. Is there a breakpoint there? Is there a breakpoint? Why is row null? Okay, so we're getting the... Huh. Oh, I think I know why. Maybe it's the incorrect gameplay tag. I bet that's it. Because last time I thought I put in the correct data table on the widget controller. And if I didn't do that, then I probably also did not set the right tags for the gameplay effects. Okay, let's look for our debug gameplay effect. Let's look at potion health, for instance. Okay, no, it is correct. Yeah, something is very weird here. Oh my gosh. It's because of the row name. That must be it. Oh. Yeah, I was just using tests there. I forgot I actually have to... Okay. Dude, if that's not it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, picked up health potion. It worked. Good. Okay. My gosh, finally. Okay. I'm gonna leave that actually. Yeah. Yeah, and right now all we're doing in this one is we are all we're doing is printing a string right now, but later we will be displaying a widget to the screen, which means in overlay widget controller, we'll need to have a message widget, which is going to be its own variable, kind of like this. And row image will probably be the same kind of thing. And row message tag, same kind of thing there. So that way, based on this, it'll be like a switch statement. So like based on this, we'll choose to display this and that. I don't know, something like that. But let's take a look at our logic. I just really want to make sure I have like this data flow down. So, right. Effect asset tags at lambda. Okay, I'm gonna close both of those. So it adds a lambda to this. What does that even mean? How can you add a lambda? I don't understand. How can you add a lambda to a variable? But I mean, I understand that it's vaguely linked to this broadcast. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I still don't get it. No. Don't get it. Hmm. Playerhud.message. Hmm. Message widget. Yeah, we're gonna do the actual message widget next time, but it's 15 minutes, which is not enough time to do right now. Yeah, but basically we are getting information from our ability system component. We are broadcasting these effect asset tags. Wait. Creates a container with all the asset. Get all asset tags. I don't understand this. Effect asset tags dot broadcast. We're using the dot operator. Remind me again. This is F. It's of that type. Why wouldn't it just feel like it would just be tag container dot broadcast? Oh wait, oh wait. This is the signature. I see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna type in signature there then. Because holy crap, is that confusing. I'm pretty sure that's the signature anyways. Effect. Okay. Yeah, so that's just the type. Alright. Whew. Wait, if I just have it like this right here. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. But it takes this in as a parameter. Const f gameplay tag container. So in here, we have this. Well, it's not a const reference, but same kind of type. Why doesn't it take in a const reference? So many questions. But I'm understanding the bare bones a lot better, even if I don't understand the syntactical sugar. Maybe it's not syntactical sugar, but hopefully. Excuse me. But yeah, we are using that signature and we are broadcasting this, which is of that data type. And And here we are getting that signature. We're adding a lambda to it. So for each gameplay tag in asset tags, which is this right here. Okay. So it's taking this in as a cast. Okay, we're casting to that. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, essentially, we're getting information from that ability system component, and we are using the overlay widget controller to assign an event. We're assigning an event. Right. Okay. We're assigning an event to that delegate. So we're doing that right here. So we have this delegate message widget row is the signature. It says right there. Okay, and it is officially 9:30, so we need to switch over to Blender. Or do we? I think I'm actually going to switch over to Blender. I thought I was going to say stay in Unreal Engine. Did you? No. I'm a man of my word when I need to be. Okay. One moment. I'm gonna. Oh, actually. No, we don't need to make a commit. Well, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's do it. I'm just gonna move my image up there. Okay. Yeah, now you guys can actually see the thing here. Okay, so um widget row data. Okay, so results. We have uh a print string on screen. Let's see. Debug print string displays message tag associated with effect actor when overlapped with player. Might as well specify. And then we're gonna do, I just call this setup. I'll probably change that naming convention later, but what do we do? Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. Gotta right click. There we go. Can I remove any of these? Just gonna remove a bunch of these from the list. Okay, well, it doesn't actually shorten the list though. Whatever. It's loading. Shoot, I should not have closed it. Oh man. Oh. I mean, honestly, there's not really much to say for setup, except broadcasts row and exposes delegate to blueprint. Oh, it doesn't display the message tag. It displays message overlay. I'm just gonna say overlay widget controller takes message tag and finds associated row in struct and displays message. And that's pretty much it. We'll just commit that. Boom. Yeah, see. Took barely any time at all. Okay. Now let's switch over to Blender. So Blender. And yeah, what were we? Oh shoot. I have Blender through Steam instead of as a standalone client. So oh man. Every time. Okay. I'm just gonna pin it to my taskbar. So it's a little bit less painful. Yeah, I was really proud of this. And I'm still proud of my progress on this. Okay. Yeah, so let's move my keyboard up here. And smooth this out. Okay. So one thing I'm noticing, for example, is in scope no, right, okay. So I think we could make this cheek come out a lot more. So I'm gonna use our draw tool. I'm gonna make that happen. Okay, and it's a little bit smooth there. Brush size, maybe make the brush size bigger. Hmm. But you know what? You know what? I'm gonna drag myself down here. Right. Oh, there we go. I see. I see. I see. There we go. Yeah, you kind of get some good definition there. That's not bad. Add a little bit there. Oh, should I not be drawing on that side? Wait, can I even? Okay, I can. Right. Yeah, that's what I thought. Felt like it wasn't working for a second. Oh my gosh, that is not what I meant to do. I want to smooth. Nah, it's a little too much actually. Oh, it sticks out way too much though still. Okay, let's smooth it down. Smooth it down. Erode. It's still too much. What's helpful is I can edit on this side, but also look at that side at the same time. Okay, so it definitely comes out about as much as it needs to. And that smooth tool really came in handy. But no. Make this smaller. Whoops. Okay. I don't like changing the shape of the eye. Yeah, I changed it really drastically there. Okay. You know what? Let's actually tuck that in more. I want a flat bottom to that nose. So yeah. Wait, what if I use my elastic grab? No, that's too much. But if I just grab it out there like that. Okay, that's better. Oops, I do not want to undo my nose holes. Okay. Okay, I like that. That's pretty good. In fact, maybe draw a little bit there. I'm gonna make this really small. Ah, that's better. Okay. Yeah, it just looked really, really weird before. Okay, maybe smooth that out on the inside. Just a tiny bit. Okay. It's a little bit better. I'm happy to leave that how it is. That's okay. All right, let's actually watch the lecture now. Oh, right. He does this little challenge thing at the end where he makes you bring out a sphere and you have to try to sculpt it into a face as quickly as possible. Yeah, I am gonna try to do that actually. So I'm gonna save this right here, and I'm gonna make a new one. We're just gonna make it general, and okay. Where does it go? Add in a mesh. Nope, not a circle. Sha. Where's the sphere? UV sphere. Right. Okay. Let's delete that. Pop. Okay. Now let's remesh that. So we're actually gonna go to sculpt mode, and we're gonna go to sculpting tab, and we're gonna do Control R. Nope. We're gonna do R and then make it really small, like that, and then Control R. Wait, hold up. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh, whoopsie. Let's go to sculpting. We're not gonna save. Yeah. Okay, now here, yeah, this is what I want. So we're gonna use elastic tool, and I'm gonna increase that brush size by a lot. We're gonna get a face going. Okay, nice. So I'm gonna bring this forward. I'm actually going to make sure we're front facing here. And then now I know we're facing forward. Okay. So you've got that going right here. And that's the chin. You can, whoops. Actually, I'm going to add a mirror modifier to this first. So we're gonna have mirror. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And it's just gonna be on the y-axis, which means if I make a change there, right? Okay. Well, we don't want to have that tool selected. I want to have this. Okay, good. I want on the y-axis though, actually. Okay, gonna have that there. Sorry, what? Okay, well, this is going about as poorly as it could. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, you have to select one and deselect the other. So if it's on the y-axis, right, it's going to be across there, which means nope, never mind, I messed that up. Okay. Oh my gosh. I might actually be going crazy. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm just get right, sculpting symmetry. Okay. So across the x-axis. Okay. So if I do that, if I do this, wait. Okay, so yeah. Okay, well, wait. Yeah, there we go. Weird. Okay, so why doesn't it stay? I don't understand why it doesn't stay. It's okay. I'm actually gonna bring this in. Bring that in like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna zoom in and I'm just gonna try using my crease. What is this right here? Draw sharp. Crease strip. Okay, I'm gonna use my grab tool. Gonna bring this chin up. It's a little bit more pronounced. And then right about here, we're gonna make some details. So I'm gonna just, whoops. I need to decrease my brush size by a lot. Okay. Okay, that looks actually scary. Okay, we got that right there on the side. Gonna add some brow, add a bit of nose. Just gonna add that. Okay. What does he do here? Let's see. Yeah, I'll make some temples actually too. Oh, the grab tool does not work that well for doing details like that. Okay, so I'm gonna use crease, polish, yeah. Okay, so we got some cheekbones going there. Yeah, those are a little too pronounced. Okay. Okay. My sockets. Okay, his actually looks a lot better. Probably because he didn't add ears like a freaking idiot. Okay, I'm actually gonna, whoops, bring this up. Okay, that's looking more human. Okay, that's better. I'm gonna smooth. Okay, I'm gonna smooth this. Yeah. Our worlds could be one together. Cosmos without hatred. Stars like diamonds in your eyes. The ground can be space, 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 space. But everything is one in the beauty. So I say goodbye, Moonman. Goodbye, Moonman. Goodbye, Moonman. You say goodbye, Moonman. Goodbye. Okay, get some good eye sockets going there. What if I try to do some lips? Some kind of mouth feature. Whoa. Should probably decrease that. Okay, let's bring that down. Oh, oh my gosh. Look at that. Nice. Beautiful. Even got a little temple area. Perfect. Yeah, maybe we should create more of a jaw. Oh, he wants you to make like 3 or 4 of these too. So that's kind of the iterative design. That's good. That is a good thing. So we've got this jaw right here. Okay. Don't want it to make it look like he's got issues. Okay. Yeah. That's tough. I don't know how to make that look right. Okay, maybe crease, polish. It's got that there, got this. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna be done there. Um, yeah. I think I'm just gonna save that. Um, yeah. Save that to be head practice. Sure. Okay. Save Blender file. Awesome. Okay. Well, yeah, gonna leave it off there. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna be streaming next tomorrow night. Probably gonna be doing something besides Black Book. Um, yeah, maybe just doing some drawing. We'll see. But yeah, 8 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Farewell.